Well, we did ask Google for an interview, but no one was available. Earlier, I spoke to the chair of the Public Accounts Committee, Margaret Hodge, and I asked her how a company that is not breaking the law can be evil, devious and unethical.
First of all, it's not clear to me that they are acting within the law. This is an issue of judgment, and really it is down to our tax authorities to demonstrate that they are carrying out business in Britain.
But there's no question mark in HMRC's mind, is it? I mean, they clearly think that you don't really understand the law because their chief executive said this is expert tax knowledge, and I'm afraid that's something I think we do rather better than a select committee.
Well, let me just say this. The HMRC refused to discuss with us Google's tax affairs because they hide behind taxpayer confidentiality. So I don't really know what judgment they're making. I don't know what they're thinking.
Well, if they did what you wanted to do and moved their business onshore to Britain instead of Ireland, why do you think there would be much more tax paid here, given they don't pay much tax in Ireland?
Well, they don't. They have such a complex company structure that you're quite right to say that they immediately export all their profits from Ireland.
So we wouldn't benefit, would we?
I don't know what the Irish do in arguing that with Google. I would again expect our tax authorities to be vigorous in defending the UK taxpayers' interest to make sure, again, that minimum amount of profit is lost in the argument on transfer pricing, so that it's a legitimate transfer pricing, not an illegitimate transfer pricing.
OK, now if this is about judgment and about ethics, as you know, there's a lot of innuendo and allegations swirling around at the moment about you and your family and your personal judgment. So let's just clear some of this up. Does your family benefit in any way from discretionary trusts in the ownership of the family business STEMcorp?
There are trusts, but it's not a benefit. There's not a benefit. I don't understand what you mean.
What I mean is that are any assets held in trusts which would mean that were they held personally, they would incur inheritance tax when one person dies?
No.
The second allegation is that STEMcorp also use transfer pricing, which is what you've been talking about with regard to Google, Amazon and these other companies. Is that correct?
Well, let me just correct this because you're taking me down a route. What is absolutely right is that people should pay a fair rate of tax to reflect the profits they make from the business they undertake in a particular tax jurisdiction.
Now, you sound like Google.
And that, no. I don't at all, actually. What they do is they manipulate the way in which they arrange their tax affairs. As I understand it, and I'm just a shareholder, as I understand it, and I've asked the question as a responsible shareholder, that does not happen in the company that my brother runs.